I'm Wendell Brewster. I own a few businesses in the state of Mississippi. So my question for the candidates is, how are you guys going to help the small black businesses in the state of Mississippi?
Commissioner Presley, you're first here.
I think that's a great question. Number one, African Americans, black community make up 40% of our state. To ignore the business portion of the black community is both amoral, but it's also economically stupid for our state to do. I believe that we've got to reach out to black-owned businesses, Mississippi-owned businesses, both black and white, to make sure that we are getting more state contracts and more business from the state to those particular companies that are based in the state of Mississippi. I get so mad when I drive by public projects that you and I as taxpayers are paying for, and we see car tags and truck tags from Texas and Oklahoma and Missouri and Maryland doing work in Mississippi, getting paid with our tax dollars, when we know good and darn well there are Mississippi companies that could be doing that business. I created the Hire Mississippi program at the Public Service Commission to up the amount of business done with Mississippi-based businesses. This is something I would want to tackle as part of the first 100 days in my administration as governor. It's something Tate Reeves has had 12 years to do something about, and you can still drive by public projects that are being paid for and given to out-of-state companies, many of whom end up being his campaign contributor. Surprise, surprise.
Governor Reeves.
Well, Mr. Brewster, thank you for that question. My goal is for everyone in Mississippi to have a good job. My goal is not only for them to have a good job, but to have a good career. It's the reason that we've invested heavily in workforce development and workforce training to give people the skills that they need for the jobs of tomorrow, not the jobs of the last 50 years. Our workforce development efforts have made a tremendous difference in an economic development run that has been unprecedented in our state. In the 10 years before I became governor, Mississippi averaged about $900 million a year in new capital investments in our state. We announced over $6 billion in new projects in 2022 alone. Just last week, we were in Noxubee County, announced a $420 million capital investment, 160 new jobs, paying between $60,000 and $70,000 a year. Just yesterday, PACCAR in Lowndes County announced that they're going to invest $200 million additional dollars, creating 100 jobs there in Lowndes County. We have the lowest unemployment rate in state history. We have more people working today than at any time in state history. Mississippi's got momentum. We've had the best economic run we've ever had, and our small businesses and our big businesses and those in between have benefited greatly from that success.
30 seconds.
Sure. Thank you. You know, I think one of the key things that we need to do in economic development is to support our local-owned, Main Street, hometown businesses. These are businesses that don't pack up and go to China. They don't pack up and go to Mexico. These are our small businesses that create the vast majority of jobs in the state of Mississippi. When times get tough, they don't pack up and go to another country. They stay in our hometown. One of my focuses would be to have the Mississippi Development Authority work harder with small businesses that are located in Mississippi that are expanding. Right now, we have not had a director of the Mississippi Development Authority for 3 years. That is how dysfunctional this administration is. For 3 years, we don't even have a head economic developer. So yes, I'm proud to hear the announcements of jobs. The truth is that credit goes to the local economic developers, local county boards of supervisors, and in many cases, local communities that have invested in their public infrastructure to land the economic development.
All right, Commissioner, thank you. We're going to turn to...
It's quite an insult to the men and women who work at the Mississippi Development Authority, who work hand in glove with those local economic developers. Again, in 2022 alone, we announced over $6 billion in new projects. This is a prime example that for you to believe Brandon Presley in anything that he says, you got to believe that everything in Mississippi is bad.
All right. I would just point this out. We've not had a director of the Mississippi Development Authority for 3 years. For 3 years. If Brandon Presley is governor, we will have a director of the Mississippi Development Authority running economic development in this state. We will not do it the way the Reeves administration.
All right,